The widowed millionaire's twins didn't sleep at all, until the new maid changed everything. On the top floor of a glass mansion overlooking the city, two small lights glowed every night at exactly 2:17 a.m. They came from the bedroom of 6-year-old twins, Noah and Nora, who hadn't slept through a single night since their mother passed away 8 months earlier. Their father, Daniel Hart, a self-made millionaire known in business magazines for his sharp mind and perfect deals, was losing a battle he could neither negotiate nor buy his way out of. Every night the twins woke up crying, calling for their mother, trembling from nightmares they couldn't explain. Doctors suggested therapy, nannies tried routines, and expensive sleep specialists installed white noise machines and calming lights. Nothing worked. The mansion, once lively with laughter, now echoed with exhaustion and quiet grief. Daniel barely slept either. He would sit outside their room, tie loosened, eyes red from reading bedtime stories that ended with both children still wide awake. Guilt weighed on him like a second shadow. He had built an empire for his family, but he couldn't protect the one person who held it together. When the latest nanny quit, saying gently, "They don't need schedules, they need healing," Daniel felt something inside him crack. The new maid arrived on a rainy Tuesday morning. Her name was Elena. She was older than the others, perhaps in her late 40s, with simple clothes and kind eyes that noticed everything but judged nothing. Her resume was short, her voice softer still. Daniel almost dismissed her, but the housekeeper mentioned she had worked with children before. With little hope left, he agreed to a trial week. Elena didn't start with cleaning. Instead, she observed. She noticed how the twins clung to their mother's old blanket, how they avoided their beautifully decorated playroom, how the house felt more like a museum than a home. That evening, when 2:17 a.m. came and the crying began, Elena quietly asked Daniel for permission to try something. Too tired to argue, he nodded. She entered the twins' room without turning on bright lights. She didn't shush them or tell them to be brave. Instead, she sat between their beds and began humming a gentle lullaby, an old folk song, warm and steady like a heartbeat. The twins slowly quieted. Then she spoke in a whisper. "When my daughter was small, she was afraid to sleep after her father died. So we made a night ritual. We talked to the stars and told them our worries." Noah sniffled and asked, "Do stars listen?" Elena smiled, guiding them to the window. "Always. They carry messages to the people we miss." That night, for the first time in months, the twins talked about their mother instead of crying for her. They shared memories, pancakes on Sundays, silly dances in the kitchen, the way she kissed their foreheads twice. Elena listened like each word mattered. Then she said, "Love doesn't disappear. It changes place." She helped them each say a goodnight message to the brightest star. Within minutes, their breathing slowed. They slept. Daniel, watching from the door, felt tears he hadn't allowed himself in months. But he assumed it was a lucky night. Until the next night came, and the next. The ritual continued. Star talks, lullabies, gentle stories about how memories keep people alive in the heart. The twins began sleeping peacefully. Their laughter returned during the day. The mansion felt warmer. One evening Daniel finally asked Elena, "How did you know what they needed?" She hesitated, then shared something she had kept private. Years ago, she had worked as a hospital cleaner. His wife, Lily, had been there during her final months. Elena often sat with her when Daniel was busy with work. Meetings. Lily had spoken endlessly about her children, worried they would forget her voice. Elena had learned Lily's favorite lullaby, the same one she now sang. Before Lily passed, she had told Elena, "If you ever meet my children again, remind them I loved them more than the stars." Elena never imagined those words would matter. When she saw the job listing and recognized the name, she applied, hoping quietly she could keep a promise. Daniel was stunned. A mix of regret and gratitude flooded him. A stranger had given his children the comfort he couldn't. That night he did something he hadn't done since his wife's death. He joined the twins at the window. Together, they spoke to the stars. And for the first time, Daniel spoke to Lily too. Months passed. The twins healed in small, real ways. One day Noah said, "Daddy, Mommy would like Elena." Nora added, "She already does. She sent her." Daniel smiled through misty eyes. He offered Elena a permanent position with a generous salary, but she requested something simpler, a small scholarship fund for children who had lost a parent. Healing shouldn't be only for the rich, she said. Daniel agreed without hesitation, realizing compassion was the greatest inheritance he could give. The glowing 2:17 a.m. lights never turned on again. In their place came peaceful sleep and quiet hope. And in a mansion once filled with sorrow, a simple ritual of love rebuilt a family. Because sometimes, the people who change our lives don't arrive with titles or wealth. Sometimes they come with a lullaby, a promise, and a heart big enough to carry someone else's pain. And sometimes, healing begins when we remember that love, real love, never leaves. It just learns to shine from a different place.